Okay, I'm going to give a demonstration of upconverting a radio station to a different frequency. And I'm using the minimalist of parts. I'm using a radio. Now, it doesn't have to be digital tuning like this one, but that's what it is. I'm using a transistor radio that actually was built in Japan in the 60s. I don't even know where I got it. I think I might have got it in a box of sundries. This is it here, from an auction. And that was probably in the box. But I looked it up years ago online. There was a Japanese website that had information on old radios, and I stuck the number in on the back on that. This was made in black, which this is, and red, and it was made in the 60s. Just a little AM transistor radio. Anyway, if you're not familiar with upconverting, when you mix two signals together, you get the sum and the difference. If you were to mix 7 megahertz with 3 megahertz, you get the sum, which is 10 megahertz, and you would get the difference, which would be 4 megahertz. Now, the most simplest mixer you could have is a single germanium diode. I've got that running to the antenna there of this radio, and there's where the signal is going to come in just through there, through that diode, and it's going to mix. Now, so you need a mixer, you need a local oscillator. I'm using this little transistor radio as the oscillator. I've tuned it so that it's oscillating at 1200 kilohertz there. If I was to take that away, see, you'll hear the radio, it's gone silent. It may not be spot on there, because if I was to move either side, see, it's around about 1200 kilohertz. Now what I'm going to do, there's 3 local radio stations where I live, and I'm going to show you them now. Oh, I was on the medium wave band. Okay, so I'm moving off there now. That's oscillating at 1200 kilohertz. Radio station number 1, 600, it's local ABC radio station on 630. There's just been a footy game on, that's what that sound is. I think it's just finishing maybe. 630 kilohertz there. The next one, this local, is 783 kilohertz, and the third one, 1611 kilohertz. I'm going to upconvert those onto the shortwave band. I'll go back to the one which I'll be doing first, that one. I'm going to turn that down for a minute. Now here's the math here. 1200 megahertz oscillator, that's going to end up, adding those two together, at 1830. The other one is going to end up at 1983. The one down here that was 1611 is going to end up at 2811. Okay, I'll turn the volume back up.
Tapping the left of your radio in the first.
Moving to the shortwave band. What I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to, that will work there, but I'm going to, I'll leave it there for now, but I'll show you, I'm going to place that on top of that diode, and it'll get better mixing. Okay, I've already stuck it on 800, so I didn't have far to go. I should hear that radio station. I'll move to this here. I should hear that radio station here. There it is. You watch the improvement here. There it is, 1830. It'll look, that may not be the sweet spot, it could be down there somewhere, but because the oscillator might not be exactly on that 1200. But there it is. To prove it, I'll go back to the medium one. There it is, coming through better there. I'll go back there again. There it is. Now we're going to move to the next one, which should be 1983. There it was. That's
gets
it.
to the back. He's going to be caught in a tackle, just losing
They
the
also
step.
have the footy on.
Scott to Larky.
There it is.
Larky at left half forwards. We'll just kick
And
it
to
round
prove
the
that,
once again. Hands it off to Larky.
here it is.
Happy to see it over the line. 35 around now.
Back here again.
Donald's hitting the back
There it
for
is.
10 chicken McBites for just $3.
So all I'm doing is using that. That's sitting on top of the diode. The signal is coming in through these wires here to the shortwave band.
He's up against big Luke Jackson here.
If I move it around to different spots, I can get better reception. So those two frequencies have mixed together. The one coming in on the antenna here has mixed with the oscillator and is on there. Now the third one should come in at 2811. I'm wondering whether just to punch the thing in. No, I can probably jump there pretty quick. 2811 is what we're looking for. I can push this in and move. That should be it. Let's see if it is. There it is. And there it is there. I think that one doesn't seem to work quite. It depends on where I stick this. I can actually move that there. If I place it on top of that diode, of course I can stick it down on the antenna there. Yeah, that seems to work best there. But there you go. That's upconverting. Two signals mixing together, and you get the sum. You could also tune in on the difference if you wanted to. That's it for now.